Welcome back to Let's Play Hot Wheels All Out. I might have accidentally said beat that then at the end of last episode, if I named the game at all. I'm not sure if I did. Anyways, here we are again. Danny's still here. I really appreciate this game is as generous as it is, though, with letting you retry things. It's proving very useful on courses like this one. With some unfortunate hazards. Namely this fire. Because that fire goes off really, really often. I just knocked XD3 in there to take first. Jeez, Burn. I don't know if the aggression is part of the apparently deranged mental state or what. So the interesting thing is, why Burn of all people? Or aliens or whatever. Ah, oh, jeez. My god. It's timed so that... even if you get hit by it once, you might get hit by it the second time you try to pass too. I'm also not sure if there's something I'm not taking advantage of that I should be taking advantage of. There's that blue on the bottom of your speedometer as well. I don't know if that means anything in particular. I might want to look up the instruction manual for this game at some point, if it can be found online anywhere, which it might not be. Available! I tried to kind of dodge a little bit. That just kind of came down to luck, I feel like. I feel like this was a better run than any of my others. Alright. Collector. Okay, I don't know what the winning way to go is in this track, because I've only done Collector somewhere else. Is this gonna be a new track though? Figurehead. I feel like robots are strangely being overrepresented in this guy's adventure so far. And there's a car I don't recognize. Excuse me? Okay, I was facing another way for some reason just then. You're kidding me. This is a racer, not a platformer. Wow, okay. That's new. I think I'm... Stop honking at me. Why is everyone honking at me? That's also... I'm seeing multiple governors. Okay. Yeah, we know that something's wrong in this dude's mind. And never mind that we just went from wherever we were to here. Do you seriously just have to, like, wait for... Ah, I missed my train. I just have to wait for the platform to get here? What kind of race is that? It takes so long. I have to wait so long for the platform to get here. That would give anybody else so much time to catch up. Guys? Guys? I think Burns' mental state is deteriorating even further. Because we're getting to the point where we're not even, like, racing on a race course anymore. This is strange. I don't know what's happening. Like, I had very different expectations as to what this... Why did I turn up sideways? As to what this game would be story-wise. Instead, it's turning into Burns' mental mishaps. Also, this collector is really just turning out to be getting through different parts of the track quickly enough. This last part is extremely confusing, though. And the AI just runs right off the track. If the AI doesn't know how to handle this either, I want to see someone race on here. What would the AI do? I'm very slowly sliding to one side. Please stop sliding to that side. Thank you. What the heck? I won. I'm the champion. I see. I did well. That was well done. I didn't even go through all the courses. It just loops. I imagine Burn just like muttering these words to himself repeatedly now as they repeat. Oh man, look at that thing spin on the left. It's beautiful. Okay. What the heck was that? What is this game? Interesting. So, I have a couple minutes to kill. So what happened here? Well, I'll leave some things vague. In fact, I don't know what else to say. Like, the few things I've said about what might be happening and Burn being in a strange, very strange state are all I actually know about what might be happening here. So in terms of what's happening canonically, though, let's just only consider my little stint in the Ultimate Challenges Burn. Let's consider that to be all that's canonical to this playthrough in terms of story. Whatever that was. Let's play as at least someone car we haven't played as yet. Alex, just for fun. See, we're in the city now, but what if I want to go somewhere that isn't the city? What if I go to that ridiculous ice track? Are there other tracks that I haven't seen yet? There might be. I suspect there really might be. Will I eventually get to them? Maybe I'll eventually get to them if I keep doing race like this or something. I'm really curious. And this part isn't going to be canonical if I decide to keep on doing more and more races. Also, we never did the whole, catch the criminal thing again. That was... hitting the criminal so many times, I don't know how you could possibly do that, considering how quickly I found my opponent the one time that I actually won. And I still had a really hard time beating them. I only managed to win because I managed to roadblock them. Ah! I still need to make better use of the handbrake, or whatever you want to call it, the power slide type of thing that you do here. I'm way ahead of everyone this time. Ow. Medium seemed to be a fine difficulty, though. Yeah, I still don't know if those guys are undead. I'm not really worried. I mean, it simplifies things a little bit. Stupid old lady. And it pushes me back so far. It simplifies things a little bit if this is actually just Burn kind of losing his mind instead of that actually being the real world, where you're suddenly seeing the undead pop out of manholes. And you could probably tell my original intention at the beginning of the story, or of this, at the beginning of this playthrough, for the story was, hey, remember, and race cam, cool. My initial intention was to have this be everyone returning to the full-sized world and the present after the events of beat that Inferno, which is what I still intend to have actually be what happens, but that's apparently not what happened in this game. Strange though, now that I think about it, that Burn was actually able to visualize that Grease Lightning specifically would be the one to... Whoa, what are you doing? The one that would do all sorts of wonky, unrealistic things. In fact, that does still leave the question then of whether Grease Lightning has been completely disabled. Because if this isn't real, then the strange things we see Grease Lightning doing here aren't necessarily real things that are happening. That Grease Lightning is doing. What are you guys doing? It's going so fast all of a sudden. What was that? How did I get second? Why did he speed ahead all of a sudden at the end so fast, though? Now I want to see, though, can I actually get further? Can I get to further or more difficult courses if I keep doing this? Are there things that I missed that I could have seen? Or are there things that Ultimate Champion did not show me that one can see in this game? Because if there are more courses and whatnot to see, I want to see them. Certainly. The one weird thing about this track, though, is the AI just seems to fly ahead for some reason. Like that. So maybe, for all we know, maybe Grease Lightning is disabled. What are you guys doing? But Burn does not see them that way, and make of that what you will. The inclusion of Grease Lightning here at all is probably kind of questionable. Well, I guess it's not questionable because Burn was with Grease Lightning in World Race. Now that I think about that, actually, Grease Lightning was also having problems back then. And was also ridiculously fast, but also out of control. So in fact, maybe the things we saw here with Grease Lightning totally line up with what Burn already knew. Just a possibility. So the question is, what comes after this course? Of course, we've seen before that this course is a big pain. So it's hard to be sure. Of course, if anyone can dodge boulders here, it's probably gonna be Danny. Whoa. Why did Danny get... Danny respawned later for some reason. It's actually not too hard to control yourself here, though. And keep yourself from flying off the sides of the track. This game, I will say, controls fairly well. These ones, come on! They go off a lot less often, but there's still times specifically so that you hit them multiple times in a row. Oh, jeez. Someone just got lapped here. Bellum just got lapped. The poor guy. Because of the ridiculous things that happen here. Okay. Just need to dodge these hazards. If you manage to memorize where they are, it's probably not too bad dodging those boulders. Okay, so is the city different this time? I assumed it was going to be the same last time I went through these races. I might have been wrong. No, because we're in that really thin one now. Oh, that blue gauge has something to do with your... That's weird. It has something to do with your turning. With the drift, or power slide, or whatever. That's really strange. How does that work? What happens if it runs out, and why would it be limited? That I'm confused by now. Also, I'm apparently winning this race quite easily. Alright, I try to slide, and then I still have some momentum sideways, essentially. So I end up hitting the wall. Oh, barely. I don't know, so I suspect we'll get some enlightenment on what exactly happened in this game, and, or rather, why the events of this game transpired the way they did in the next game we play. Which will be very soon, because as soon as my intention is probably as soon as I get through this. Through this, however many levels I decide to go through this race, or of Versus, I'll probably wrap things up then. that'll be it for the playthrough. So I expect I wholly intend next episode to be the last episode. That's how I'll put it. Whoops. There we go. But next episode will be after this. So I'll see you guys next time, the next episode, the final episode, I promise you, of Let's Play Hot Wheels All Out. Bye, everyone.